Yes. Okay. Well, thank you. I was saying thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it.
Well,
That's so funny.
it's no fun to work on your birthday.
It's not. Angela and I were saying it should be illegal to work on your birthday. Everyone should have the day off.
Well, good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Anne-Marie Tiernan, and we're talking about our big story that we're going to be featuring tonight at 11 o'clock. And, you know, across the state of Indiana and the country, people are now able to sign up to get the booster shot for Pfizer's COVID vaccine. And experts are now saying, after looking at research, getting a booster from a manufacturer that is different from the vaccine may be more effective. So this is really interesting. You know, if you got the Pfizer vaccine, maybe you shouldn't be getting the Pfizer booster. Maybe you should be going to get a Moderna or J&J. Of course, they're all different stages of getting approval from the FDA. So for the very latest on this tonight, we are joined live by our reporter Lauren Kostick. She talked to a local doctor tonight to help sort out where we are on this booster situation, who can get the booster, and about this mixing and matching from manufacturers. Because Lauren, I remember early on, it was like, well, no, make sure that you match your second dose with the manufacturer of your first. And so this whole booster thing is a different message.
Right, exactly. Like you were saying, that's always been the big question. I feel like in almost every interview when I'm doing booster shots or something on vaccine, I was asking, I'm like, can we mix and match yet? Like, do we have to stick with this because I got Pfizer? Like, can I get Moderna? Can I get Johnson & Johnson? So this new study from the National Institute of Health found that the approach is actually safe and it is effective. So they had about 450 people in this trial who received one of the three boosters. And the data showed all the vaccines provided protection, but it did say that those who initially received Johnson & Johnson and received either Moderna or a Pfizer booster had a better immune response than sticking with the J&J shot. So that was really the big difference in this trial. And they found that this could really have an impact for those who did receive the one-shot dose, and it could give them more options for a booster in the coming months, because we know right now, like you said, it's just Pfizer that's approved. So we're at 11. We're going to dive a little bit more into the study, and we're also going to look ahead because the FDA is going to be meeting on Thursday and Friday to look over the booster shots for Johnson & Johnson and Moderna. So a lot of big news happening in the next couple of days as far as booster shots and who can get them and which ones you can get. So we're going to be following all of that.
Yeah, and not everyone can go get the booster right now. It's just select portions of the population, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just for those who receive Pfizer right now, and it also is for those select groups. So those that are 65 and older or have a special health condition. So, you know, and when that was happening, they did open the door to more people. You know, there was the first recommendation, it was just 65 and older, and then, you know, the CDC director opened it to even more people. So it's interesting, I think, in the next couple of days what they're going to do for Moderna and Johnson & Johnson. Is it going to be the same recommendations? Is it going to be different? So it'll be interesting to see tomorrow and Friday.
All right, Lauren, thank you for that. And Angela wants to weigh in here. Angela, what do you want to say?
Well, because our viewers, Lauren, must see your cute dogs. Are they around?
You know, okay, so that's a good question. I put them in the basement because I wasn't sure if we were bringing them out. I know Scott usually asks them. Let's see if I can get them. I'm gonna have to turn this around. Sorry, bear with me. I might have to actually open the door, guys. Hold on.
It's a Facebook Live thing. I understand. Yeah. I understand. Oh, here she goes.
The viewers want what the viewers want.
That's right.
I mean, I wouldn't have interrupted, but there were several comments.
It's like, Lauren's here.
Where are the
Where's
dogs?
the rest of the family?
Come on. It's Milo and Murphy.
Milo, Murphy. Oh, you know what might work? See, I was not prepared this time. Hold on. They like their ice cubes.
Oh, gosh. See, they come for treats. Are they cute?
They are.
Oh, hi, Milo. Hi, Murphy.
Oh, okay, Milo.
Definitely one
There
of the
we
benefits
go.
of working from home is getting to
Sure.
be with your pets. It's
Extra
so
time.
great.
Well,
Right?
I wouldn't have interrupted, but they had to see them tonight, Lauren.
That's true. Scott can now see them if he catches on Facebook. So I know he
That's
probably
right.
misses them. He's been off for 2 weeks.
He
so.
has.
Well, he will be back on Friday night.
Okay,
And we
perfect.
are counting down to his return. Looking forward to that. Great job tonight, Lauren. And, you know, you're still our birthday girl because
Yeah.
it's your birthday week, really.
It
You
is.
know.
Birthday month.
Birthday month. I was going to say we can even expand
Sure.
it even further if you want, but we are still within 24 hours. So we just think so much of you and are celebrating you. So
Yes.
happy birthday.
Lucky to have you here at the
Yes,
Big 1-3.
we are. We are. Great reporter, great person. Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you guys. Appreciate
Okay.
it.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.
All right, so we did also get.
Sure, I can step back.
No, you can stay here. You know, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
And so we've been talking about the importance of making sure that you're getting annual screenings, and you were sharing some personal news with me today.
I logged on and signed up online to get mine. I think it's November 8th or 9th, something like that. So yes, I signed up, and actually I was kind of surprised I had to wait that long. So maybe that means lots of people, because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, are actually doing it right now.
That's right, because there was a big drop in people being compliant with their annual mammograms. Of course, recommended for people women that are 40 and older to be getting one every 12 months. And during the pandemic, the compliance was really low. Doctors sharing that they do believe that now, as a result of the pandemic, we're going to be seeing a 1% increase in fatalities in breast cancer because of later diagnoses, later detection. And you know, the prognosis is not going to be as promising. We don't want that number. We want that number to go right back down.
Put your mask on. It's just the same as it was, you know, when you did it before the pandemic. You're just wearing a mask. Not a big deal.
That's right. And I went and got mine on Monday. This is kind of my 12-month rotation to be doing it in October. And I went early in the morning, and by 9:30 I already had my results.
And now you have peace of mind.
And now I have peace of mind, you know. And so it's just good to go. And you know, I anecdotally hear from patients all the time that the 1 year that I didn't go get my mammogram was the year that I was diagnosed. I also talked with a doctor, Dr. Kristen Govert, who is with Ascension St. Vincent. She is a surgeon, and she had a really interesting statistic. And you know, sometimes if your mom didn't have breast cancer, your grandma or your sister, or if you don't have risk factors, you know, maybe with you being BRCA positive or something like that, then you don't think you're really at risk. But she shared a statistic with me that I was just so surprised by. She said, every 3 out of 4 breast cancer patients do not have a family history.
3 out of 4.
3 out of 4
Wow,
do not have a
that is
family history
surprising.
and do not or have any other risk factors that put them at a higher risk. And so she said, just because it's not in your family or because you don't think you're at higher risk doesn't mean that sometime there won't be a breast cancer diagnosis sometime over your lifetime. 1 in 8 is the number here in the U.S. And really exciting news and very timely news coming out from Eli Lilly today. A game changer, they're saying, in the fight against breast cancer. They have a treatment for people with high-risk early breast cancer, and the FDA giving approval to the Lilly drug today. It's called Verzenio. Lilly says that Verzenio helps stop the growth of cancer cells. This means the cells may eventually die. It has been approved for advanced or metastatic breast cancer. So we have more information about this new Lilly-approved drug. Again, that's Verzenio, Verzenio, because I know if you want to Google it and look it up, that's how you spell it. It's there at the top of your screen. And see if this might be something that would be good tool in the tool basket for you or maybe a loved one who's fighting breast cancer right now. You know, mammograms do matter. And as we said, the guidelines call for women who are 40 and older to make sure they go get their screening annually. And, you know, a lot of times people will say, I'm too busy. I'm too scared about what I might find, or I am really worried about the cost. I don't have insurance. So if you happen to be in that last category, if cost or insurance is a concern, today is Checkup 13. And so the good news is they have discounted mammograms at all of these locations at Ascension St. Vincent if you sign up for Checkup 13. So to learn more about that and to register, all you have to do is call the hotline or you can sign up at WTHR.com by midnight. Actually, the hotline, if you call now, you'll have to leave a message and they'll call you back. So it really is best in this time before midnight, 10 o'clock to midnight, just to go online, put in your information, pick a location that's good for you, and just make it, yeah, it's time. It's time. Make sure you do that.
Yeah, we've got a couple people weighing in. A couple ladies saying they got theirs last month. Good news about the potential new drug and from Lily that got FDA approval. And just some thank yous for sharing the importance of ladies getting them once a year.
Yeah. You know, and now Emily Longnecker had a story today that, you know, is just something that just breaks your heart. You know, it was a mom who had a son and a daughter, and the son was killed by a car on the street outside their house. And that's just such a tragedy for that family. And the person who was driving that car has never been found, never been identified. And so this mom really is on a mission to make a change so that at least on the street in front of her house, that never happens again. Here's Emily's story.
Are you dancing on Mama?
Yeah.
That's the voice
I love you.
of the little boy whose ashes Ariel Anders now wears around her neck.
We had the necklace filled in so that I could keep him and take him with me.
They belong to her almost 2-year-old son Eli, who was killed last October by a driver who never stopped after hitting the toddler and his older sister Leah, who survived.
He made our life happier. It's been a lot more quiet without him.
Quieter and harder with every day that passes.
They say that things get better with time, but it doesn't.
Ariel still blames herself for that tragic night when Eli got out of the Nelson Street house where the family lived. The toddler got out the front door that Ariel was coming in and out of as she loaded up her car. Minutes earlier, he'd been asleep in bed. Ariel's 10-year-old daughter, Leah, was sitting on the front steps.
And as I was walking back out, I heard the crash.
Then,
I seen my kids in the street. And there was no car.
the horrible image is burned in this mother's brain, that of Leah hurt but talking. Little Eli, though, wasn't moving.
He took a few breaths and then he was gone.
Thursday will mark 1 year since that awful night, and Ariel will think about it like she does almost every day, wondering who hit her children and left them in the street.
I blame myself as much as I blame them. I'm here, I'm dealing with it. I didn't get to run away, I didn't get to hide, and they did.
Neighbors say speeding has always been a problem on this street.
They said that for years. They knew that this was going to happen one day.
After little Eli was killed, Ariel and neighbors pushed to have stop signs put in, hoping to slow drivers down. She says it didn't work. That's why she's pushing now with a petition to have speed bumps put in.
Dozens of neighbors recently signed a petition, which they'll send to the city to decide if more safety measures need to be in place.
Mama.
Say, Mommy.
Mama.
The harsh reality for Ariel, though, is that none of it, not the driver coming forward or speed bumps, can bring Eli back.
I think about how I would switch places with him, that I would give anything to have him here.
But this still grieving mother can't just sit there and do nothing.
I don't want to see someone else's child be injured or killed because of people's recklessness and speeding on Nelson.
And your heart just breaks for her. You know, Emily had written there, the still grieving mother. She will always be grieving, you know.
That you can't, I don't know how you get past that.
I don't either. And maybe, you know, she's one of these people that's like, in my pain, I want to find a purpose. And so putting her energy towards this petition and making changes, you know, you just do want to feel like, please, let there be something good that comes out of this, you know, because it's...
And if you would have any information, I realize it's a year later, but you can probably go back and look at the stories done. You know, any information would help to find the driver that didn't stop.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great?
And a reminder to all of us to slow down.
Yes.
Especially, even if you're not in technically a neighborhood, if it's a residential area and you've got homes on both sides, you never know when a little one is going to, you know, break free from mom or dad and just start running. And you just have to be extra careful.
Yeah, those little toddlers are quick.
They are fast.
And they're below they're below
being able
your
to see
vision,
it, sure.
you know, and so that makes it difficult.
But if you're
too.
going the speed limit, there might
You've
be
got
a
more
better
time.
chance that you can stop.
Right. So we had some storms that came through the state and then kind of went out. So what's next?
We are rain-free right now. What's next? We get another chance for rain the next couple of days. It'll be interesting to watch tomorrow because I've got more rain on radar. What you see building in southwest Missouri is actually going to start to lift north along a warm front, and we're going to be on the warmer side of that boundary tomorrow, so we're going to be in the upper 70s and low 80s, where we have rain out to our west and northwest, and actually I think that's where it stays most of the day. Only the 70s, 73 St. Louis, 70 in Chicago, and then on the cooler side of this front, some 50s and 60s. So kind of some dramatic changes for us the next few days. It'll be a really warm start tomorrow. Kids at the bus stop, temperatures in the upper 60s, and from there we get into the 70s by midday and forecasting those highs close to 80. By late afternoon, early evening, a few showers and a couple of thunderstorms. Not expecting severe weather tomorrow, but we might get a strong to severe storm on Friday. So just stay with us, stay weather aware. A couple of active days followed by highs in the 60s this weekend.
Well,
and sunshine back.
Yes, we're looking forward for sunshine for this weekend because there's some football that's happening.
Yes, I think IU and Purdue both back in action after having last weekend off. So.
Yeah, yeah.
And IU's a big game because it's homecoming.
Well, it's homecoming. They're hosting Michigan State, and they need
and
to
Michigan
win.
State's undefeated, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a tall task, but
Yes.
they can do it. LEO can do it, I believe. Even though I'm a Purdue person,
Yes,
I still believe.
Well, you did do 1 year
I
at
did.
IU.
A little
You
time
had a little
down
time
there in
at
Bloomington,
IU
but
before you
yes.
decided meteorology at Purdue was
Right.
going to be a better fit for
But
you.
I can still root for you.
Yeah. It's been fun. You know, we're going to have Dustin back tomorrow and then Scott back on Friday. And so this is kind of like
We'll
a
miss
little
you.
sayonara.
See ya.
I
See ya.
will perhaps be watching from home.
Okay,
perhaps.
you watch from home and you chime in anytime you want.
Right.
And now you know you have to call for Lauren's dogs.
Well, now I just didn't know what I was missing. See?
They're
Yeah.
cute.
Well, yeah, they are adorable. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Join us at 11 o'clock tonight over on Channel 13. Have a good Wednesday night.